everybody. I have Yannick Fournier on the line with me today. How are we doing today, Yannick?
Good. Yes. Thank you. Yourself?
Good, good. I'm so happy to talk to you. We connected the other day, and it's really nice to have you on the show. Before we get into the Canadian Federation of Transport and all of that kind of stuff, tell us what you do. You're a driver now, I think, right? So tell us your background, how you've been in the trucking industry, that kind of
I've been in the trucking industry for about 4 years now,
thing. Okay.
but I've traveled for almost 10 years before that, all over North America,
Oh,
Canada, United States, Mexico. I also was a trainer for driving schools,
great.
so I've been a bit around uh, for a while.
So you've been driving for 4 years. Were you a trainer before those 4 years or after? 4 years is not very long to become a trainer, so that's quite a
No,
jump.
the training part was for cars, for
Oh, I
people
see.
learning.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Good. 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 So you've been around the highway for a while, right?
yeah.
Whether trucking or not. So now you are. What's your position with the Canadian Federation of Transport? You're with them. What's your official title now? Because I think you're changing, right?
Yes, well, I was the vice president,
Yeah.
and as we had some changes in the beginning of the year, was passed down to presidents until the next elections,
Okay.
which I intend to remain in the position because I think I have great ideas to bring a nice way of working with people.
Yes. It's funny when you are a vice president, you automatically know that you are locked in. Trust me, I was a vice president for our safety association. Before you know it, they wouldn't let me out of the role of president for the longest time, and then I'm now doing media relations for them. So be careful. You may have just brought on another job for yourself for the rest of your life, right? So tell us about the Canadian Federation of Transport. What is the goal of this? What do you do? What's all happening
Okay. The federation is looking at the situation that has been for many years. If we go back before the deregulations,
there?
all other trades got organized,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we didn't because we already were under regulations. And
Yeah.
then when that changed, then we got sort of left behind. And
Okay.
so we're trying to bring solutions rather than just complaining,
Yeah.
and not demanding for others to create the solutions when they're not really in our place. Now we can
Right.
see what the reality of the situation is, and we are maybe in a better position to bring um, ideas that are realistic
Right.
towards what we go through. So the federation is quite new. It's only a few years. We're on our third year now.
Okay.
Uh, but for 2 years, we've been having seats that have been offered to us at the CCMTA, the
Okay.
Canadian Council of Motor Transport Administrator.
Right.
Um, and we have developed a good relationship with them where we
Okay.
have built respect. They are very respectful. They listen to what we have to say.
Right.
Doesn't mean they'll do everything we ask, but
No, nobody will.
um, but in any case, they see that we have our heads straight and that we're bringing innovative ideas, refreshing to them. So, coming from there, we are building an approach that will encompass everybody's work.
Okay.
Basically, there has been for too many years division amongst the people that are trying to make a change for various reasons,
Yeah.
and we're trying to look at all the whole picture and bring um solutions that works for everyone.
Yeah.
And
Now, I mean, there's so many. So I know I'm part of a couple of. So I'm here in Ontario. You guys are based in Quebec, right? You're out of. Is it Montreal? Whereabouts are you located?
mainly we are around Quebec, but it all
Okay.
started with people from the Maritimes and Quebec, and
Okay.
we are expanding towards Ontario, Alberta, and we are in
Okay.
touch with everyone to expand all over the country.
Right, and we were connected through Ray Gumpf, an industry icon. I'm going to call him. Ray knows everybody, and is part of everybody's association. And he connected us. But in Ontario here, we have like I'm part of the. I work closely with the Truck Training School Association of Ontario. I'm part of the Hamilton Fleet Safety Council. There's the OTA. There's so many associations, and it's everybody's trying to do their own agenda. And I think this is where you're coming from, right? You're trying to get everybody to collectively have a voice and move forward. Do you think that's going to happen with so many different agendas trying to get government's ear? how do you see that? Like, how would you know to pick the top 5 issues that we're going to talk to government about?
I'm very hopeful, actually, that the idea is touching people. What we looking at is that everyone's work is important, and everybody has a different set of skills or strength that they can bring, um, and we don't want to minimize anybody's work. So we think that it's important that everyone keep doing their work
Yep.
and come work with us on common issues that we all have. By looking at the situation, we try to reduce it to basic problematics that if we can achieve those goals, everything else is going to keep rolling like a
Right.
snowball effect.
Yeah.
So basically, we've been looking into the harmonization of regulations all over the country,
Yep.
the recognition of the trade as a skilled trade,
Yes. Very
and
important.
yes, and getting the regulations that are already in place, the laws that protects our industry to be enforced. So
Okay.
that
Are you?
sorry.
Is there any synergy between yourselves and? I mean, there's OIDA, there's OBAC. You know, these are all owner operator associations. There's OTA and all that. Are is people willing to work, or because everybody feels that they're the association that's going to talk to government, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. But what, like, how are you approaching other associations or other members to work with you?
Some of those associations are already in place also at the CCMTA.
Right.
We meet them there, we talk, and
Okay.
the more we are, the stronger our voice will be, especially if we can be united on the ideas that we're bringing forth to them.
Right.
Um, so far, we're outreaching to everyone, all these groups, and the conversation I've been having with them is giving me a lot of hope because they can see the potential of what we're bringing forth of that unity of work.
Right. Yeah. So that okay. So that's good. So now, tell us some of the members you have. What are some of the type of members? I just had a light go out here, so that's why I'm darker on one side all of a sudden. Did you? What kind of membership do you have? Give us not individual names, of course, but maybe the names of some of the associations that you're working with currently. No matter where they sit, they don't have to be hierarchy or anything like
No, there's not really a hierarchy
that.
per se, and so we're reaching out to all trucking grouping
Yeah.
association federations
Yep.
to come work with us and the teams of work that we built.
Right.
Uh, our regular driver members, owner operator, and small companies that want to include with their employees
Right.
also can be a form of a group.
Right. And so you have do you have a website or something with common? I know you have a website, but do you have a common issues that, like, people can go, okay, do I support this? Because there are so many organizations. If people go, I want to support this organization or this organization, how do we know whether you're the organization to support? Do you have certain issues that you're always talking about on your website? I'm here on your website. You've got it's very nice. You got both English and French, which is very helpful for sure. So how are you deciding, or how are you, I guess, getting the feedback from members of what they want to talk to? If it's just a couple meetings or meetings where there's only a few people, but you have a lot of organizations across the country that can't make it to those meetings, how are you getting their voices heard? I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay, well, in our days with the technology, we can do phone conference,
Right.
internet videos, or for those who can, we can meet together.
Yep.
Um, we've put together teams of work to work on different facets
Okay.
to get everything achieved. One of which would be about the harmonization of regulations. That team is focused on gathering all the information from every regroupment of truckers all over the country so that they can have a voice in the problematic that they go through in their respective area and put it all together into one paper. Uh,
That's
so
cool.
basically, everybody is going to have a say in the final solution. Difference, maybe I don't want to point fingers or nothing to
Yeah.
nobody, but the perspective we're coming from is that we don't have the solution the final solution is
Right.
what we're bringing about is a productive template to work with,
Okay.
where everybody can make the solution evolve and be part of it.